Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com here with Jay and Ron. I don't know where Chris is, but it is Wednesday. It is November 6th, the day after 2024, here with your live show 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can get our Pick Dogs videos. I was almost going to say we're live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's like, no, we're not. People are like sick of me for my hour or 2 hours I get every day. I can only imagine what that would be like. Got a full card of NBA going. We got a decent college hoop schedule. We've got NHL action as well. I haven't put any of mine up yet as far as I just have one premium pick that I put up so far. I'm going to have a couple more. Those of you that have my longer term packages are looking to buy something more for me. Jay, I don't know if he's still working on it. And Ron, I don't know what you're doing either because I didn't have a chance to really chit nor chat with them. Jay, what's happening?
Money Making Wednesday, man. Back at it. Full card of NBA. Jam session posted. Premium plays loading. Money Making Wednesday. It's what we do. So we're back. Like as I keep saying, man, we're out of them dog days of summer, like officially. With everything back, man. It's so much to look at on the daily, but that's why we love it, man. That's why we got to pick our spots, pick our situations, and try to turn a profit, man. Best job on the planet. I'm glad to be able to do it. Talk with these guys on the daily.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think this is the best college basketball card so far, value-wise, which doesn't say too much because obviously the first couple of days, just trying to learn where these teams are and where these players went with the transfer portal. And I think the NBA card, not my favorite in terms of betting. I think there's some great games to watch. Thunder Nuggets should be a great one, Celtics Warriors, but I'm excited. I got 3 premium plays loaded in college hoops already, so hoping for a big day.
All right. I don't know if Chris is coming. I don't know what the deal is. We could delay a little bit, but I got crap to do, man. Got a full day. Weird, right? It's kind of weird that Ruffalo's not here. Hope he's okay. Hope he at least did the wraparound for you.
He did.
All right, good. Did he like tell us he wasn't going to be here or something? He does that too, right? I don't know. Weird, man. So like someone said that I should be telling people the stuff that we do that our competitors don't do. Like they already hate me enough, so I'm gonna work on that. But anyways, man. Yeah, you guys want to just get right into it?
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Where do you want to start?
Wherever.
Let's start wherever then. We'll go right to college hoops. Ron loves the nicknaming, so we'll do our best to avoid it at all costs. Morgan State versus the Lake Show. Rutgers versus Wagner. Villanova versus Columbia. That's the Lions to you and me. Lemoyne versus Northridge. Some of these games got some games under their belt. We got Notre Dame versus Stonehill. We got Virginia versus Campbell. That's the Camels. G-Town versus Lehigh. High Point versus Coppin State. How many games we got? All right, we'll go a couple more. UConn versus Chart. Jay?
The common theme I've been seeing thus far this season is feels like the good teams have been coming out and smacking the bad teams. I'm gonna lay it with UConn. I don't want to overcomplicate it. 35.5 is a lot of points, but that's the way I would lean. Of course, I'm still the same guy. I'm telling y'all, I have to watch college hoops. College hoops is a sport that I got to put my eyes on. I got to see what's going on before I like to dive full-fledged in. I'm a game watcher. And hey, the last 2 days were huge college basketball cards. There have been huge NBA cards. So I haven't watched a ton of college hoops, so I'm not totally locked in quite yet. But the one that jumps off the page to me in this early slot, at least for right now, just kind of doing my look around, I think that UConn should take Sharp behind the shade.
Who sharded?
Say that 5
I
times
smelt
fast.
it. Who sharded?
Wait. How far did we go down?
Just that right to there.
So we didn't get to 7 Central.
We're up to 7
All right.
7 o'clock
I'll
Eastern.
just make sure I didn't miss a game. You
Yep.
know who I'm going to take in a minute.
You know what they say? Don't gamble on the fart, Jay. Never gamble. Because then you are in shark territory. Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with High Point laying the points against Coppin State. Coppin entered the season as the second worst team in KenPom, and they played competitive ball against Wake Forest to move up in the spots to 361st in the rankings. But I really just don't like this team offensively. I mean, they only scored 49 points in that first game. I don't think they do enough here. High Point, we remember last year, had a nice season. They won 27 games, made a deep little run in their postseason tournament. Couldn't win the Big South to get to the Big Dance, but this is a really potent offense, and I like their chances to just run up the score in this game, cover the big number. Opened up, I think, 22.5. Now it's up to 26. I still think there's value with High Point in this game. So I'll lean towards UConn as well. Not my favorite game, but I do think they win big, similar to what we saw with BYU yesterday. Lean towards Columbia against Villanova. You know, Columbia last game, they put up some points, but they didn't even shoot the 3-ball well, and that's their bread and butter. And I think if they can get something going from the perimeter in this game, even better offensively. And Villanova wasn't impressed with their first game of the season, so just too many points. I'll take Columbia.
Yeah, for me, it's Rutgers or nothing. I just think Rutgers. I love the freshman class they brought in. College basketball is a one and done type sport, and I think they got a couple of them that could be one and dones. I don't know if Harper might stay around, but the other guy's just too good. I mean, I don't think they're gonna stick around forever, and I think Rutgers is gonna enjoy them while they have them. I'm gonna take Rutgers in this one. Lay the points. I think Rutgers ranked 25th or wherever they are, way underrated. They're going to be a force. I think they're a contender to win the Big Ten this season. If those freshmen pan out for them. Definitely two of the most exciting. I also like Stonehill against Notre Dame getting 27.5. You want to lay 27.5 with the Notre Dame team that's been pretty much straight ass recently. Be my guest. I mean, Stonehill certainly not going to be setting the world on fire anytime soon, but I'll gladly take 27.5 points against Notre Dame with just about anyone, and taking Stonehill pretty much proves it. Next up, another interesting one. Georgia Tech versus West Georgia. West Georgia, first game in Division I. They are coming over from the what conference is that? They come from Gulf Conference. Same conference that brought us those powerhouses of North Alabama and who's the other one that came from there? They're both in the ASUN. It's North Alabama.
Is it Bellarmine?
No. It was ASUN teams. They'll start to run together after a while. It was, let's see. ASUN. It is, now it's killing me. So it is
Queens?
North Alabama and Central Arkansas, the Bears. The Bears. So you got Georgia Tech against West Georgia. So West Georgia's first game. So we got two first-timers, not first-timers. Mercyhurst, did they play at the Lake Show the other day? Yeah, they did. They're 1-0 against the number. That's the way you want to start. So West Georgia versus Georgia Tech. I got all sidetracked, man. We got Minnesota versus ORU. That's Oral Roberts. Auburn taking on Vermont. Vermont in their second contest of the season. LSU versus ULM. Arkansas versus Lipscomb. The John Calipari era begins in Fayetteville. Indiana versus SIU Edwardsville. South Dakota versus Jay's alma mater, Texas A&M Commerce, who did cover in their first game. Shortest team in Division I college hoops, 6'2" average height per player. Boise versus Oakland, not played on the blue turf. They should have a blue court, right? Boise. Utah State versus Alcorn State. Oof, that one could get ugly. Got Eastern Washington against Seattle. We got the Kalkbrenner show. Creighton versus they will get us. Texas Rio Grande Valley. We've got Pepperdine versus Western Illinois. That's the Leathernecks. This one should be a good one. San Diego State versus UC San Diego. The total in that 142. Whoa. And San Diego versus Riders. So we got 3 San Diegos in 2 games. Ron, what do you think of this slot?
I like San Diego. Which one? I'm not sure. I like UC San Diego plus the points in that one. Playing with revenge. San Diego State beat them by 1 point last year. I think it was on a buzzer beater. UC San Diego brought back a lot of production. Not their leading scorer, but I think 4 of their top 5 or 5 of their top 6. So they're an experienced team. And San Diego State, it looks like a little bit of a down year. They'll still be a fine team in the Mountain West, but not as strong as we've seen in recent years. So I'll take the points. I'll lay the points with Seattle against Eastern Washington. I give credit to Eastern Washington for their first game against Colorado. They were actually up big, I think 27-10 at one point in that game. And the reason I give them credit for it is this is an Eastern Washington team that got absolutely gutted in the offseason, a new coach, and basically an entirely new roster of players from all over the place. So they really have they were the preseason pick to finish last in their conference after being one of the better teams in the Big Sky the last few years. I think this is the game we see them fall back to earth after a decent showing against Colorado. I think Seattle's a much better team there, so I'll lay the points. I'll lay the points with Boise State. I think they're the better team in that matchup. Oakland, last year, nice run in the tournament, big upset win, but not the same team. I think they struggled quite a bit this year, and I think Boise wins by 20 plus. I'd also, somebody mentioned the Arkansas game. I personally lean towards Lipscomb. It's not my favorite game because they are coming off a pretty, big time cover there. But Lipscomb, they're a dangerous dog because they shoot the 3 very well. That's why we see these ASUN teams. A lot of people don't, or a lot of teams don't want to face them in the NCAA tournament and other postseason tournaments. They're lethal from 3-point range and experienced roster. Arkansas is very talented. There's no doubt about it. But I think it could take a little bit to get going, and laying this many points, a little bit too much for me, so I'll take the points with Lipscomb.
Yeah, I like Lipscomb as well. I'm anti-Calipari. Just don't see it, I just see a lot of disappointment, and I see a lot of hype surrounding, Arkansas this season. 7 Kentucky transfers coming in, but really it's the Tennessee transfer, Aiden. That's more the guy that I think is a little more interesting there. And, of course, Brazil, who's coming back, gives them a lot of size up front. I like Georgia Tech against West Georgia. I think Georgia Tech's starting 5 actually isn't bad. I think they actually got a decent team. Stoudemire's got this year at Tech. I like Oral Roberts against Minnesota. Minnesota, oldest team in college basketball this year, but not necessarily in the good way. They have the one guy who's back. I forget his name. What's his name, Ron? The man at Minnesota. He's like the guy.
I'm not sure.
They have a guy. They got a guy in Minnesota. What the hell's his name? It's like I always get them all confused, man. What is his name? I'll find out. Hang on a second. Now it's bugging me. Who is Minnesota's guy? It is Dawson Garcia.
Okay. He's their guy?
Yeah, he's their guy. We got a guy.
What makes him their guy?
Well, he's the leading returning scorer in the Big Ten this season.
He's good, yeah.
17.9 points per game last year. So that's why he's their guy. So there you go for your smug question.
He started at Marquette, then he went to North Carolina. I don't think he's Golden Gopher all the way, but he's a good player.
He's got a PJ Fleck poster on his locker door.
All right, and then that overrules everything.
I like Vermont plus the points against Auburn. That's just way too many. And I think same thing with Edwardsville against Indiana. I think for Indiana, I got to see it to believe it, man. I haven't seen it. So taking Edwardsville. SIU Edwardsville to you. Jay, I know you like Arkansas.
Get it. You know, I'm all over Arkansas today. I believe in Coach Cal, man. I believe in this team. Final Four on the horizon. That's my bold stance for today. It's not a premium. I don't have no college hoops premium, but I like them boys. And man, everybody down to my Commerce boys. Yes, I did go to Commerce. I didn't graduate from there, but I did attend for 2.5 years. I could go back, I guess, but it's really no reason to. But
Jay, there's always a reason to get higher education.
I mean, what would I go for?
I don't know. I learned a lot about I learned a lot about business, about sales, about well, not necessarily marketing, but cash businesses. Learned about I don't know, horticulture.
I went to handicap in school.
Oh, you
different. I learned about how you can have the same type of plant but different strains.
I was there for sports
and how to grow plants in your closet.
That's what I was doing, sports medicine.
Yeah, I was growing it in my closet. And then I had what else did I do? I did a lot of acid.
South Dakota did score a lot of points their first game.
I miss Ruffalo. Where is he?
I do miss Ruffalo.
Where is he, man?
But I go homer and grab the points with Commerce.
My second favorite Canadian. We might have to call in our favorite Canadian. Alanis Morissette. You think she'd do the show with us? It's weird. Did he send me a message? It's odd, right? All right. Anything else, Jay? We done with college hoops? Sounds like it. Okay, we'll move on. That was a fun segment. College football. It's Maction. Both dogs covering last night, right? Just as we predicted on this program.
They did. Shout out them. Shout out them boys.
I got hammered in the YouTube comments. Don't you know that they beat? It's like, you think like the more sports there are, the more videos you do, the crazier the comments get. So disrespectful. So disrespectful. We got Western Mich versus Northern Illinois and Kent State versus Ohio. I used to think when I was a kid that was in Hawaii. Sounds like Hawaiian, right? It's got this Hawaiian letters. Is that in Hawaii? No, it's not. I was a smart kid, obviously. I'm going to take Western Mich against Northern Illinois on spite alone. I gave them out in my YouTube video, and I got a lot of negative comments about it. So I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to take Western Mich. These Maction games, it's basically dog city every night. I'm going to take Kent State as well against Ohio. Ohio's last 5 games, whoever's been the home team, whether it's them or the other team, they cover. I'm going to take Kent State to cover. They're the home team. Sounds as good as any other reason, Ron. Don't be so judgy.
To be honest, I didn't even listen to what you said. I was zoning out.
Nice.
You bored me to tears.
Jay, you're up.
What we doing? My bad.
College football, man.
I was zoned out. My bad, man.
I know. We know you are. That's why you got to go back to college. We should, Ron, we should submit like an application to Harvard for Jay to see if he gets in.
Nah,
it's like, well, I'll write his essay for him.
I can. Yeah, we can start. Listen, let's call a spade a spade. I deserve to be at Harvard.
What's the essay will be titled? Fuck the Clippers.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Craps table. March Madness. Tyronn Lue sitting in a chair playing craps with Sean Elliott.
I'm probably a sucker, but I'm gonna take NIU and lay the points on the road. The reason I say that is the play is probably Western Michigan. NIU is probably overrated, overvalued because of that one huge win they had earlier in the season. They've lost back-to-back to not great teams in Ball State and Toledo. We've seen Western Michigan beat Ball State 45-42 at Ball State, which NIU couldn't. So, usually taking points at home at the crib is usually a great spot in a spot like this, facing an overrated, overvalued NIU team. But fuck all that. I'm taking NIU. I'm laying the 2. I still think they are the better team. Yeah, I don't think they beat Notre Dame because they aren't capable. I think they still are capable, and I think they win this game today. We'll see.
All right. We go to the NBA. Hornets versus Pistons, Pacers versus Magic. Ron. Oh, no, it'd be me, right? I'll go with the Pacers against the Magic. I've been fading the Magic all along. I like the Magic at the bigger number where it was, but I don't like them as much here. I think it is probably a 5-6 point game. I'll take the Pacers. And then the other game, I don't know, man. It's like I like the Hornets in this game, but not enough. I'm going to take the Pistons here and with the 1.5. Once again, I liked it better at 2, but I think they got a chance to win it outright, but I'll take that 1.5, just not the value on the money line that I'm looking for. Jay?
I'm on the Pacers with you. The Magic just don't have the offensive firepower to keep up with some of the best offensive teams in the league. And it's unfortunate for the Magic that that's exactly who they matched up with post Paolo Banchero injury. They played all the best offensive teams, Dallas, Thunder, now playing the Pacers. When they play those style games, they just don't have the offense to compete. I think the Pacers run them out the building in this one. Next game, when they play again, Friday, they're at home against New Orleans. That's a Magic spot. That's a Magic spot. A team that doesn't have the offense to absolutely blow them off, a defensive style game, we'll be able to look at Orlando in that one. But tonight, I think the Pacers just would be too much offensively. And then the other game was Pistons-Hornets.
Yep.
I'm taking the Hornets, laying the 1.5. Perfect sell high point on the Detroit Pistons, coming off back-to-back nice wins, just beat the most public team on the planet, the Detroit Pistons. The Los Angeles Lakers. I know that the Hornets have lost 4 or 5. They've lost 3 straight, but hindsight, 2020, they played the defending champs back-to-back games in the Timberwolves, who were in the Western Conference Finals on the back end of a back-to-back. They played the Timberwolves, who were coming off a loss, who are the best team straight up off a loss. So it's a Hornet-style spot. I think talent-wise, Hornets are the better team. They're favored at home for a reason. I'm going to lay it.
Yeah, I'll lay the points with the Hornets, too. I think it's a good spot for them. They've lost 3 straight, but they've played a really tough schedule. And I think this is a beneficial spot for them. Not a premium level pick because it's just tough back in the Hornets, but I'll take them, lay the points.
All right. We got the Celtics and the Warriors, a little bit of a line dropper there, and the Knicks and the Hawks, which is always a weird game. Jay?
Yeah, give me the you already know what we're doing. We're taking the Knicks or fading the Hawks. It has to be done. The Hawks are the number 1 team on the do not bet list. The Hawks were the worst ATS team a season ago. Guess who's the worst ATS team right now, currently this season? The Atlanta fucking trash ass Hawks. 1-7 against the number, man. It just, some things just don't change. You're just going to continue to fade them. I will be 1,000% honest. I'm not 100% in love with this game. I do think the Knicks are starting to become overrated and overvalued. If there was any other team on the other side of this game, I definitely would not be laying the 7.5 with the Knicks. but I would lean towards New York here in this one. The other thing that makes me a little nervous is the little rivalry these two teams got. When you look at the recent history between these two teams, the Hawks won the last meeting and they have competed in the 3 prior to that. They would have covered that line in 4 straight or 3 straight, I think. But and you also know it's the fuck Trae Young's, rivalry they got going on here. So I wouldn't be surprised if Trae did come out and have a nice game. But the Hawks are on the do not bet list. They're 1-7 against the number this season. We just got to keep fading them. I'm nervous to lay this big of a number with the Knicks. It's not a great play, but I think it's the right play. That's what I'll do.
Hawk Wednesday, Ron.
Hawk Wednesday's officially canceled this week. I'm going with the Knicks.
Whoa.
I think the Knicks are the second best team in the East, Jay. How do you feel about that?
I disagree. They're not better than Cleveland.
They're
not. They're not better than Cleveland.
We'll see in a 7-game series. Give me the Knicks all day long.
And right now, it would be Cleveland in 5.
Nope. As long as Miles McBride doesn't touch the court, we're good. We got him. McBride's coming off a stellar 0 of 9 shooting from the field, 0 of 5 from 3. 3 fouls. But, I like the Knicks this game. I just think they're the much better team. Hawks are 1-7 against the spread. I can pretty much guarantee you they're not going to be this miserable cover-wise the rest of the way. We're going to get some spots where we can take Atlanta just like any other team. It's why I don't believe in a do-not-bet list. But right now, they are trending in a horrible direction, so I'll go with New York.
Yeah, the weird thing is that I never take the Hawks, but, today's my day. I'm going to take them. They just, for some reason, I don't know what it is. They play the Knicks extremely, extremely tough. And I think, you always have to consider that. And I'm just going to take them here. I don't love the game. I just can't get there with the Knicks. I'm also taking the Warriors on the road. Didn't they go into Boston and just beat them by 100 last year in Boston or something like that? They beat them bad. That was when the Celtics had that big, remember that home winning streak and all that stuff was going on. They beat them. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't last year. Never mind. It was the Celtics, 140.
They went to 140 to 88.
It's really close. Maybe it was a couple years ago. I don't know. I'm taking the Warriors. They are rolling right now, and I just don't think you want to be laying points against a team like that, especially with a gutless, heartless team like the Celtics. Got the Astros against the Spurs. Well, it's actually the Rockets. And then we've got the Grizz against the other Lake show. The Lakers. Ron?
I'm going to go – this is a tough one. I'm going to lean towards the Rockets. They've just been so strong at home. It's tough. I mean, the Spurs, they've been a tough watch somehow. They're 3-4. I mean, it just seems like they're a lot worse than their record. But Houston's just tough to beat at home. I think they get the win and cover. It's a reasonable number. I think anything less than double digits is fine. So I'll lay the points with Houston.
I'm going to take the Lakers plus the points against the Grizz in this one. The Grizz, horrible favorites. Horrible, man. I think 0-7 in their last 7 is favorites. I'm going to roll with the Lakers in this one. When the Lakers are being cast off, dumped on, all that stuff, they're begging you to take the Lakers, giving you points. You don't have to beg me all that hard. I'll take them. And the Rockets just beat the Spurs. They just played. And the Rockets won that game. It was in San Antonio. 6.5, though. I'm going to take the Rockets. I don't love that game either, to be honest with you. I could probably be talked into the Spurs if someone wants to try it. Jake?
Nah, I'm on the Rockets. Rockets at home at the crib is always the play. Don't overcomplicate it. Last season, they were the second best home team in the league. Overall, at home, they finished the season 27-13-1, so basically covered at a 68% clip at home. But last season, as home favorites, they were 14-5-1, covered at a 74% clip at home at the crib. So it's who the Rockets are. We saw them come in, handle business at home against the Knicks the other day, who everybody's so in love with. Smashed them at home. And in this game, I think they do the same thing to the Spurs. I know the Spurs got one off them earlier this year, but that was a bad spot for the Rockets on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. heading to San Antonio, and San Antonio barely scraped it out. In the quick revenge spot, the Rockets did get the dub and, cover. So I trust the Rockets in Houston. No reason not to. Spurs, I think, without Pop on the sideline, the rails are going to start to come off. Sohan's banged up now. We're starting to see injuries kind of pile up for the Spurs. Remember, the Spurs are a bad basketball team. We only like them because of Wemby, and one player is not enough to swing the pendulum. Overrated, overvalued, bad team is a team we want to fade more often than not. Fade in San Antonio.
Fade.
And what was the other one?
Memphis and the Lake Show.
Tough game. I see the line has gone up a little bit. Memphis might.
The other Lake Show, not Mercyhurst.
I would lean towards the Lakers outright money line. I think this is a perfect get right spot for them. Last time we've seen these two teams healthy go up against each other was in the playoffs 2 seasons ago. I know they were kind of different teams, but kind of the same. That's really the only thing that comes to memory. This is a slick little rivalry because of that. If y'all remember that season of the Dylan Brooks and the LeBron, all the extra shit. So I think we will kind of see some of that return in this one. We're getting plus money with the Lakers, though, who I do think are the better basketball team right now today. I kind of think Anthony Davis may give Zach Edey his welcome to the league moment. AD is not healthy. He is game time decision, but he's been game time decision every game for the last 96. So I'm not really so worried about it. Give me the Lakers money line. I've missed that Celtics Warriors. Give me the Warriors plus the points in that one. I usually say unless I have a clear and concise reason to fade Boston, I'm not doing so. Tonight, I think we do. The Warriors, what are they, 5-0 ATS on the road or 4-0 ATS on the road this season? They were the second best road ATS team a season ago. Warriors love balling on the road. If there was one team who the Celtics have had struggles with over in recent memory, who's that team? It's Miami, and who's the other one?
Warriors.
Golden State Warriors. The Warriors beat them in the finals, so it's like Warriors, they split last year.
It was a rhetorical question.
I like Golden State plus the points, and now I think they can keep it close. Competitive game, especially with the Celtics being banged up. No Porzingis, no Brown. Give me Warriors plus points. Plus points.
I think Jay's going to go back to college. He's going to let her in parlays.
Only reason I would think about it ever is like I got a couple friends that are like high school football coaches, and they be looking like they having a ball. Part of me kind of would want to do that at some point, but I don't know.
Well, you don't want to be like one of the really old guy at college, man. So it's like, your window's closing. I want to be the old creepy guy. Yeah, that old creepy guy. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Back to Commerce, or you can go to Tarleton.
Yeah.
SMU.
Yeah.
Got a lot of options. SMU probably not worth the money. No, a lot of options in Texas. There's a college on every street corner. They all got a hoops team. Lions Den. What's your favorite YouTube comment today? Any good ones for you guys? I got them. Mitch sucks, never wins. I got one of those today. It's nice. I just fade this guy. Who else is making a fortune fading Mitch? I don't know. I think my picks have been pretty good. I think I've had a pretty good year. I don't know. Whatever.
Rutgers down to 17 now.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Their guy is out.
Oh, really?
No, I don't. I'm just making it up.
Oh, so you lied?
Yeah, I lied.
It's not down to 17.
It was a joke about the Minnesota, the guy.
Oh, Dawson Knox.
Not his name. Dawson, good to see
it. Dawson Knox. They also have Dawson Knox.
Wow, they're loaded.
Stacked. Who's going to cover them? We got Thunder Buddies visiting the Chicken Nuggets. 2 of our original bits going at it there. Ron loves a good bit. And then we got the Phoenix Suns against the Miami Heat. Oh, did we skip? We skipped. Skipped. All right, never mind. We've got the Pelicans and the Cavaliers, and we got the Mavericks against in your Chicago Bulls. Jay,
I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm taking my Mavs. I'm laying the points. I
What?
think they take the Bulls behind the shed.
What?
Yeah, I think they actually would kick the crap out of them. Last year,
Have you been watching the Bulls this year? Does this guy even watch the game?
I am.
Let's hear about last year. I'm interested.
Last year, these two teams matched.
This guy never even played in the NBA.
Last year, these two teams matched up twice. Dallas kicked the fucking crap out of the Bulls, 127-92. Damn near a 30-some point win. The game before that, it was a 9-point win, 114-105. But Dallas did win both, by a pretty nice margin. Dallas also a season ago was the number 2 team following a loss. ATS. Dallas was 25-14-1 following a loss last season. I took the Pacers last game. I do fade my Mavs. I will fade them in certain situations. I know my team, and I know who they excel against and who they don't. The Pacers are a terrible matchup. The Mavs are guards, Luka, Kyrie, Klay Thompson. On the perimeter, that's where we lack. So offensive teams that are offensive juggernauts like the Pacers will always give us trouble. Plus, they got our former head coach and Rick Carlisle. They know how to attack us. The Bulls are not an offensive team. It's really not that complicated. When the Mavs play offensive teams that can go with them offensively, those are the teams we're going to struggle with. But the defensive style teams, the teams that are going to try to win it by offense, we're going to kick the crap out of them boys because they just can't score enough points to hang. And I think that's the case tonight. I think Klay Thompson absolutely gets off. The Bulls are really banged up and injured right now. I think this is just a spot they get taken behind the shed. So I'm just trusting both teams to be who they've been. The Bulls, I haven't liked what I've seen from them. Y'all love the Bulls. It's the same Bulls team that just gave the fucking Jazz, the ass Jazz, a double-digit win, their first one of the season. Yeah, can't trust Chicago right now. I haven't liked what I've seen from them now in back-to-back games. I think they struggle.
Zach LaVine could be missing for this game.
He could. Their whole starting 5, low-key, could be out here. Lonzo's already out. Zach LaVine's game-time decision. Josh Giddey's game-time decision. Patrick Williams' game-time decision. And so is Jalen Smith. So, Bulls are really banged up right now. There's a reason Mavs are this sizable home favorites. What was the other game? The other game was Pelicans-Cavs.
Yep.
Pels on the do-not bet list. Pels are missing their entire starting lineup as well. Murray out, McCollum out, Herbert Jones out, Zion game-time decision, Hawkins game-time decision. The Cavs right now are the best team in basketball. They look even better than the Celtics, even though I still think they're right now number 2. But they're undefeated this season. They have the best ATS record this season. They're 7-1 against the number. I see no reason to try to buck that, not for the injured-riddled Pelicans, who the whole city of New Orleans right now just got some bad mojo, bad voodoo going. Them Saints' ass, they just blew it up. And to be honest, man, with the way the Pelicans keep looking and the way the injury bug continues to catch them on a year-to-year basis, they might not be too far from it either here this season. So I'm fading New Orleans and laying the points.
It's time we call a spade here, Jay.
Talk to me.
You like to talk about these records, ATS records, and all these trends. You got to look at your Dallas Mavericks in the mirror here as a big-time favorite at home. As a big favorite, 15 to 10-point range where we see this game. Dallas at home, 64, 82, and 2. That's 43.8%. That does not get it done. Now we'll take out the spread. Let's see. They're even as a home favorite or just a normal spread, 46.6%. This is not the role that Dallas is.
Season ago, as home favorites, they were top-tier league, 19-18, 51%. So
19-18 doesn't pay the bills.
It doesn't, but it's also not a bet against situation for them, especially when I think the Bulls are. Everything for me yells Bulls. I say it all the time. I hate laying extended numbers with the Mavs unless I have a reason to. And I have a reason to tonight. The Bulls are shitty. And they don't have the offense to keep up.
So you kind of like the Bulls in this one.
No way.
But what you don't have is the Bulls fit into Ron's NBA 3-point overreaction system, which bets on teams that failed to shoot well from 3-point range in their previous game. This system's 39 or let's see, 776 and 676 in the last, 1,400. I like Chicago. I just think Dallas is overvalued, overrated.
That's fair.
I love using all the lines today. I got to try to get in. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. I like the Bulls. Too many points for me to pass up. And I like the Cavs, the Pelicans. They're missing everybody. The Cavs. It just seems that it's almost too easy to take the Cavaliers at this point, but I'd rather just make it easy for myself. We got the Chicken Nuggets against the Thunder Buddies, and we've got the Suns against the Heat. So we kind of all matches up. Two of our original bits, Thunder Buddies and Nuggets, Chicken Nuggets, and then Suns and the Heat. It's kind of like the sun is hot. The sun, it's crazy. It's just all comes together in the slot. Ron?
I'm going to take the Nuggets plus the points. This line is just too much now. 7.5. I know the Nuggets have been a disaster, disappointment. Thunder have been on a roll, but at home, catching this much, I think at least the Nuggets can keep it close within a possession or two, if not win the game outright. So I got to just take the points. I think at this point, just too much value we're getting with Denver, who's been a great home team.
Begging you to take the Nuggets. I'm going to take the Thunder Buddies. Until they can beat them, you got to take them. And that's just where I'm at. You got to show me you can do it. I love the Heat against the Suns, too. I took the Suns the other night, and the second I put the pick in, I kind of was kicking myself. I said, why? What did I just do? What did I just do? It's kind of like when you hit send on that email that you didn't really mean to hit send on. You ever do that?
Oh no, but I have a feeling you have quite a few.
I've done it a couple times. I've done it a couple times. Yeah, I'm gonna take I'll take the Heat with the points here. Someone's got to be out with the line on the move here, so I guess it's Jimmy. Jake?
I'm on the Nuggets plus the points in this one. I love the Thunder Buddies. And nobody loves the Thunder Buddies more than I, but they're overrated and overvalued, bro. Come on now. Fuck no. There's not a team on planet Earth I would lay 7.5 with on the Nuggets. I wouldn't lay 7.5 with the East All-Stars on the Nuggets in Denver. I wouldn't lay 8 points with the West All-Stars on Denver in Denver. It's just getting to a point where you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that the Thunder did kick the crap out of them in the first game of the season. They won and covered over this line right here. There's a difference between winning by that many points and laying that many points. There's a totally different thing. The Nuggets, I think that they're kind of getting into form, like they've won 4 of their last 5. Granted, they haven't played the best of teams. I understand that they haven't played the best of teams, and some of them have been ugly. But I don't need them to win the night. I got 8 points in my back pocket with the statistical best home team over the last 3 seasons. I think Denver has won at like a 70% clip at home in Denver over the last 3 seasons. It's something that crazy. And we're getting 8 points with that team, still with the second best player on the planet, in my opinion, in Nikola Jokic. I know Murray's out. I know Aaron Gordon's out. I know the Thunder Buddies are a money-making machine. I love betting the Thunder. Nobody loves betting the Thunder more than I. They overrated today. I have to take the Nuggets at home today. I have to. And then Heat Suns. This one's Heat plus the points. Suns have shown the ability this season to win games by close margin. And the Heat, just in recent memory, like to keep games close and probably lose them. So this is a game. Suns win, Heat cover.
Ron, you did it already.
I already went, yeah.
Clippers against the Sixers and the Kings against the Raptors. I'm going to take the Sixers, man. They came up just short against the Suns the other night. I think the Clippers are an easier shot at them. And the Clippers, they hate their new stadium. They hate it. They don't want to play there. No one wants to go. They want a new stadium. They want out. They want to go back to Crypto.com Center or wherever the hell the Lakers are playing now. And I'm going to take the Sixers. Paul George's triumphant return to.
He played last game.
No, but it's triumphant return to LA against
Yeah,
the Clippers.
yeah.
I'm looking for a better world, a world with no Clippers. I'm going to take the Raptors against the Kings. It's like I like fading the Kings on the road, but I kind of like fading them everywhere. The Raptors have been a cover machine. I'm just going to stick with them. Take the Raptors. Jay?
I'm on the Clippers, man. I've been slick on the Clippers train. It's not fuck the Clippers right now. They almost got put on the do not bet list last game. I swear to God, if they come out here and lose this game right here, after doing all that yapping, after spending all that money on this arena, they got 0 wins in. And then they was coming out with getting blown out early, but they walked them down, won the game, and covered. So they're not on the list, which means I have to take them here tonight, man. Until the Sixers showed me a pulse, there's no way in hell I'm betting them. And I just haven't seen it, man. The Sixers, they're banged up right now. They got a lot of off-the-court issues. Paul George may not even play. He's game-time decision. Clippers still at home in this $1 billion arena, man. Y'all spent all this money in a game like this with a 1-point line. That arena better be the edge. That wall better be the edge, man. Give me the Clippers. Laying the 1.5.
Jay transferring to Colorado. We coming.
Hashtag we coming. Hey.
Ron?
What was the last one? Kings Raptors. Give me I'll lay it with the Kings. I'm not totally in love with it, but there's really nowhere else to go. Revenge game at home at the crib. They should blow them out. So small lean there on the Kings.
Ron?
In honor of Chris, I'm going to take a Ruffalo for this time slot.
All right. Well, in honor of Chris, we're going to bypass the NHL. It's just not the same without him. Parlay time. Jay?
Parlay. Let's do let me see. Let me slide through right quick. Let's go plus money. Let's go Warriors money line. Nuggets money line, 2-teamer.
Go High Point, UC San Diego, and we'll go Denver Nuggets.
I'll go Heat, the Thunder, and the Warriors. Winners at the NFL trade deadline? Anyone? Any winners? Only losers?
Losers, the Dallas fucking Cowboys.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
They just, oh my God, bro. They just make me mad, man. Y'all don't understand. How the hell do we give up more for Mingo than we gave away for Cooper? How the hell do we give up more for Mingo than the Chiefs did for goddamn DeAndre Hopkins? It just doesn't make sense, Jerry. And you be wondering why I be talking about you. Y'all don't really hear me harp on Jerry, go crazy on Jerry, because I kind of like Jerry. But then sometimes you make moves like that, bro, where people have the ammo to just say the crazy shit they say. So you did it to yourself. I'm not on the Cowboy. I don't even know why I got this hat on today. Where my Bengals hat on? I'm not on that wagon right now. I'm on the Bengals bandwagon, but I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, I think.
And I also like Lattimore.
Yeah, it's, I was gonna say, Commanders.
Yeah, go ahead.
But it really is pretty uneventful. The NFL trade deadline is usually very uneventful, and it was. I think the outside of the Matt Hatch being cut by the Giants, backup hunter. You got to cut corners somewhere. And sometimes it's the backup hunter. But thanks everyone for joining us. We did it in under 50 minutes, so we don't hear any pissing, no moaning, no whining about how long or short the show was. It is what it is. Chris, we wish you well wherever you are. Maybe he's over at Tony's Picks doing the morning steam with Rod. They're in the steam together, taking a steam, having a morning steam. Caught the visual on that. Thanks everyone. Make it a winning day. We appreciate all of you. It's going to take a lot to get that out. Towel, please.